Hello crafters, this is Yana Smakula. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a second part of the Assemble and Store videos for you, featuring new storage products from Spellbinders called, of course, Assemble and Store. I've previously shared the Assemble and Store Glimmer Foil Roll Station. I have it linked here and below if you missed that video. In this video, I'm taking a look at the die cutting station and two storage cubes, a large and a small one. Now, you might be wondering, what is Assemble and Store? What are those products? Simply put, these are custom storage solutions from Spellbinders to help us, crafters, organize and store our beloved supplies. Now, I say custom storage solutions because these are geared towards these Spellbinders products. The die cutting station specifically is designed to hold and organize your die cutting accessories and some specialty tools that Spellbinders makes. I have now had the die cutting station for about a month. I assembled it in early June and have been using it since, and I very much like the way it helps me keep my desk organized. I will be honest with you, I was rather skeptical about the die cutting station. When I first saw it, I didn't quite liked it. I did not think it would fit in my craft room, but once I've assembled it, once I put my supplies onto it, and once I had it sitting on my desk, and once I started using it, meaning once I started crafting and picking the supplies from the die cutting station, I really changed my mind and I really started to like how it makes my life easier. I'm a messy crafter, very messy crafter actually, and every single card making session results in piles of supplies on my desk. Having the die cutting station helps me to make sure I put my tools back where they belong. The die cutting station gives my tools a home, so each tool now has its own room, if you will. And because there is a dedicated room for each tool, I do not misplace things, it's easier to put things back, and it just looks nicer on my desk. The die cutting station is very easy to assemble. You just have to follow instructions that are on the back of the packaging. I'm laughing because I did not assemble it correctly the first time. I did not look at the instructions. I just tried to wing it. But I took it apart. I made sure I followed the instructions, and then I assembled it properly the second time. The die cutting station can hold your tool-in-one, the new magnetic pickup tool for Glimmer. There's a spot for a small Barely Arts glue bottle. And by the way, the large bottle, I recently switched to the large one. The large one will not fit into the opening, so that's just something to keep in mind. But the opening is large enough to hold things like Nuvo bottles, like Nuvo drops, or maybe a spray bottle of some sort. So the opening is pretty much universal. It's just that the large Barely Art glue bottle will not fit in there. The station also holds tweezers and the Spellbinders scissors. I personally do not have those exact scissors, so I use that specific holder to hold my yellow tape. I do have other scissors in my craft room, and those are held by a hook on my IKEA pegboard, or rather by a series of hooks. Now, the best part of the die cutting station is, of course, that it will hold your Platinum Machine platform, cutting plates, and mats. Now, I will say I am not sure if it will hold the accessories for the large Platinum Machine, the one with the 8.5-inch opening. Those plates are pretty long. I think they're about 11 or 12 inches long, I believe. I mean, the accessories will fit in the station, but because they are longer, they might tip over. So just something to keep in mind. The station does hold the new universal plates system with all of the plates and adapters that the system features, and it easily holds the Platinum 6 accessories. If you have a similar die cutting machine, I'm sure it will hold those plates for you as well. Now, the die cutting station can also hold these small 6x6 plates. As you can see, you can just slide them. You can just slide the smaller plate to either side, and it does sit there nicely. There's also room for all of your yellow tape rolls. Even the wide roll can sit on the little shelf there. You also can store your quick trimmer, the Spellbinders foil cutter, and even the blades to cut the foil and the paper on the die cutting station. I used to have my quick trimmer in an Alex drawer by my desk. It was always covered by some other supplies sitting on top of it, like my misties and even my cutting plates and whatnot. So it wasn't very convenient for me. Having it here out in the open on my desk makes it a lot easier for me to reach for it and actually use it. Now, if you want to, you can even store your MISTI in the die cutting station. The MISTI would go where the base platform goes, so you won't be able to store both the same time. But for example, if you are using the platform all the time to do your die cutting, you can use the open space in the die cutting station to store the MISTI, and you can store the mini MISTI or the regular size MISTI, not the 12 by 12 inches MISTI, of course. So I'm very happy with my die cutting station. It holds a lot of things and it doesn't take a lot of room on my desk. This is a product I would definitely recommend. The other two products I wanted to show you in this video are the storage cubes. These assemble in the exact same way, but you do get special silicone rings to hold everything in place tightly. Again, just follow the instructions on the back of the packaging to assemble these, and these are pretty foolproof. You can't go wrong here. The storage cubes are rather sturdy, and I like how they feel in my hands. They are not flimsy, and I feel like they are very durable. I'm using the larger cube to hold my Spellbinders embossing folders and the embossed papers, and it does the job really well. The smaller one holds my glimmer papers and any foiled glimmer pieces that I have foiled but haven't used. And here you can see the two cubes side by side, the larger and the smaller one. I really do love the assemble and store system. I love my foil storage. I recently got two more foil roll stations. So I'm going to have all of my foil out on my shelves. And now the die cutting station is also amazing. And then the storage cubes are very practical as you can store a lot of things in there. Thanks so much for joining me today. Love you guys, and I'll see you next time.